remember Flex told me, and he said, Giles, seriously, he says, I've been all over the world. He says, but when I go to Brazil, he says, if we're at expos, we have to have a team of security to get us through. He said, it's unbelievable. You've got to see it for your own eyes.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. So Arnold, when I compete in 2019, 2019, I placed it second, and Arnold come to me and say, you have the craziest crew that I see in my life.
The what? Sorry, the craziest?
Crew.
Oh, crew. Okay.
Yeah. Because people was fucking, crazy. Saying, Brandao. What? Yeah. Bro, you have to come, man.
Oh,
I
have to see it, because I spoke to Marcelo last week, and I said, so what was the muscle contest Brazil like? And I said, what was it? Was it a busy show? And he says, yeah, it was pretty busy. I said, well, how many were in the amateur? And he says, about 900. 900
yes.
competitors in the amateur alone, not even the pro show. And it's incredible, mate. It's incredible.
Yeah, it's crazy. I did my show. I have a show here called Brandao Classic.
Oh, wow.
And in 2019, we had like 600 athletes. It was crazy.
Wow. I mean, I've heard that, you guys are recognized in the street, like footballers are, or American football players in different countries. I mean, is that true?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Bodybuilding in Brazil right now is very popular.
Yeah.
That's amazing because when you go to supermarket, you go to anywhere, people come, hey, nice to meet you. I like to watch your video. Good luck your next show.
Yeah.
And that's amazing.
Yeah. So what are the shows like themselves? Are they a really good atmosphere?
I'm sorry?
Is there a really good atmosphere at the Brazilian shows? Because I've seen videos, but I've not really, it's hard to get a real good gauge for it.
Okay, Arnold Brazil. We have now Expo Super Show. It's a big show here too.
Yep.
And we have the Mr. Olympia Amateur. That's the biggest show in Brazil. Yeah. It's like 3 Expo. We have 3 Expo.
3 Expo.
Jesus. 3 Expo.
Wow, that's so cool.
Yes, it's crazy, no?
Jeez, that's amazing. I mean, we've got. I'm just trying to think of that. We've got Francis Matos. You've got the Wellness Olympia champion. You've got Kaique, Carlos de Oliveira. He's Brazilian, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yourself.
Yeah. We have Diogo Montenegro, who's top 3, Mr. Olympia, class men's physique.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
We have Isa Pessini, Miss Bikini.
Yeah. Elisa. Isa Pessini.
Angelica is Miss Bikini too.
Angelica Teixeira, Lauren's favorite. That's Lauren's favorite.
It's from Brazil too.
Yeah.
We have Juliana Malacarnes from Brazil too.
The best of all time.
Yes.
Yeah, she's awesome.
The best. Yeah, I love she.
Wow.
And we have Ramon, top 5 in class physique.
Ramondino.
Yeah.
Yes.
We have a lot of good athletes here.
I tell you what, I mean, with Ramondino and now Marcelo De Angelis, please tell me that you're telling Marcelo to do classic, because he's 5 pounds over when he turned pro. I mean, I'd love to see him with that 5 pound off next to someone like Chris Bumstead. What do you think?
I think he can do some damage on stage.
He's good, isn't he?
Yes. He can. Marcelo is my brother. Marcelo is my good friend, and I always said to him, "Hey, you have to turn pro. You have to compete in Mr. Olympia with me."
Yes.
And now he turned pro, and people was asking him about class physique, about open, and I think he will do class physique.
Yes. Thank God.
So.
He's ready now, isn't he?
Yeah, he's ready.
He's ready. He's ready.
If he wants to compete in January, February, he's ready. And I think he's ready to win.
He said to me, he said, I've never done an off season. I mean, I wished almost he'd been in the Arnold Classic in March. I wish they'd actually had the foresight to invite him so he would do it. I mean, I know it's pretty soon, but I mean, there's a guy that I think could go in and just, and place, either win or place well.
Yeah, I think so.
Wow. I've got a feeling Brazil's going to be getting some Olympia titles in different categories in the next 2-3 years. I said last week, I'm telling you, Brazil is going to have more than one Olympia champion. I know they got Franciel, but I think the potential is there in the next 2-3 years. Like Egypt and Kuwait, all these countries that have kind of produced all these amazing athletes. I think the way Brazil is coming up now and the way that the athletes are supported, I wrote about this in my column for next month. You are so well supported with fans and sponsors and... I really do see, and then I predict in the next 2 to 3 years, I think there's going to be multiple Olympia champions over all the divisions.
Yeah, I think in Brazil right now, the athletes have the best support in the world.
Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah,
I think sponsors, by fans, I think we have one of the best support in the world.
Yeah,
because I told you, bro. Bodybuilding in Brazil right now is it's crazy. It's crazy how people are liking bodybuilding, and that's amazing for us, for athletes,
I've got an idea, mate. You got to convince Flex to open a Dragon's Lair 2.0, a second one as well, another one in Brazil. So when you're back in Brazil, you've got a Dragon's Lair to train at as well. There you go.
That's the plan.
Really?
Yeah, that's the plan.
I haven't revealed anything here, have I?
Yeah, that's the plan.
Oh, sorry, we'll edit this. We'll edit. We won't edit it. We won't edit it. We won't. Yeah, God, that'd be amazing.
Yeah. We have here in Brazil the gym where I train is called the Overall Gym. It's the best gym in Brazil too.
Yeah.
And now we are bringing the Arsenal machines from Flex.
Nice.
To this, because Arsenal is the best machine in the world. It's crazy how Arsenal is good. It's another level. And now we are bringing this machine to this gym, and the owner of this gym is a very good friend of mine, and we have a good support here, We have a good support.
Milos did tell me, he said the Arsenal strength at Flex, as he said, because it's all been hand-picked as well. He said the equipment is incredible.
Yeah, it's incredible. It's the best. It's the best. It's the best. For me, it's the best. I love to train with the Arsenal machines.
I think, am I wrong? Has Flex been a good in sort of influence on you in terms of business as well as your physique?
Yes, I learned a lot with Flex. I lived in Boca Raton for 10 months with Flex, and I learned a lot of not just about bodybuilding, about life, about business, about everything.
Yeah,
he's the best. He's the best.
Because
now I have that's why it's hard to me to move to United States right now, because I have some business here, and I have to be here, to make sure this business are doing great, and I have to be in Brazil.
That's smart, because as Flex probably has told you many, many times, you could be competing for the next 5, 10, 12 years, and your name is very, everyone knows it. The time is now to really jump on that and create business and streams of revenue, rather than just being a bodybuilder, retiring, and then 2 years after you've retired, then decide to do something when your name is kind of, it's not as big at the time. So doing it now at 28, think about what you'll have in sort of 5 years' time.